Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And today's bike vlog, I want to talk about making your diet and how restrictive or not restrictive it should be. You know, if you saw the short, I was talking to a buddy that, you know, they felt like they needed some kind of dessert or reward every day. You know, and I've talked about it in the past, and I realized I might have thought, hey, you know, maybe I'm making it too restrictive for you. You know, because the idea I had was, where I started was once a week, have something sweet. You know, you have your cheat day, that's when you're gonna have your sweets. And I realized that some people, especially the more I've talked to people, the more I see their perspective on things, especially when they're first starting their weight loss journey, they feel like they gotta have some Oreos, they gotta have cookies, they need to have some kind of snack or dessert, something. Or they're going to, because see, when they don't give themselves that, then they're gonna binge it later. They're gonna overconsume, and that's what we wanna avoid. We wanna avoid having such a restrictive diet to where you hate it and you go off of it and you overconsume. So the idea is really said 1,000 times. What is the key? What is the success? What is the end all be all for fat loss? Calorie deficit. And to maintain that, I've preached it. I've touted it. You have to like your diet. You have to enjoy your diet. You have to enjoy the foods you're eating, and you have to feel full for longer, you know? And I feel like sweets, they don't fill you up, you know, and everything I'm learning, I'm seeing, you know, you eat some fucking ice cream, you're satiated for 30 minutes, and then boom, you're hungry again. So it's stuff like that where it can deter you. But if you feel like you need something like that, you want to have a donut in the morning or something, and that's your breakfast, and you feel like, oh, if I have a donut, that's not healthy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the donut for breakfast, but if that's what you're used to, and you feel like in your mind, like, that's what I want, fit that into your deficit, fit that into your calorie deficit. If you have a donut that is 340 calories, and you're aiming to consume, you're trying to burn, you know, X amount of calories, and you're trying to consume this many calories, you add that donut in. You say, okay, this was my breakfast, 310 calories, donut. You know, when I'm doing fat loss, weight loss, when I'm making the diet, you know, when the macros wise, calories, high protein, low calories, high protein, you know, what kind of vitamins, minerals does it have? That's great. But, you know, carbs, lower carbs, you're looking for things that are going to be less calories, higher protein. It's going to fill you up longer. It's going to make you feel better and go farther, right? So a donut for breakfast, what's going to end up happening is you have a donut for breakfast, 310 calories. It's going to be rough because you're going to be hungry sooner. You're going to burn that sugar up. It's not going to give you the energy you need. I would much rather you have eggs or something for breakfast. But at the end of the day, it can be successful and it can work. You know, it's about the deficit. It's about the numbers. I will say it 1,000 times, it's a numbers game. You know, if you want to build muscle, if you want to have a specific physique looking body, there's a whole different aspect, a whole different nutrients and macro organization that you have to do to build muscle. If you are just trying to lose weight right now, you are morbidly obese, you're fat, you're trying to lose those pounds, maybe you're not, maybe you're just trying to lose 20 pounds. Calorie deficit is the end all be all. You know, your metabolism, yeah, it'll play a part in breaking down the food, sure. But you could have a shitty metabolism. And if you're living in a calorie deficit, 400, 500 calorie deficit, you're going to lose the weight. Even if you're in a 100 calorie deficit, it's going to take a long time. Slow growth is the best growth. When you lose rapid amounts of weight too fast, you can gain that back fast. It's scientifically shown. You lose slow weight over time, it's easier to keep off, you know? And your diet is going to play a pivotal role. You know, I always say 70-30, man. 70% diet, 30% workout. You know, you can just be healthy and lose weight just off of a calorie deficit and not exercise. The exercise helps that compound, and I feel like it helps you with your diet. The more you exercise, the more energy you're born, the more you're allowed to eat. You know, I've talked about it in these recent videos. I've been consuming more calories but I'm also trying to build more muscle while trying to be in a deficit and lose weight. And that's where I'm having the trouble, is that I'm not hitting the exact deficit numbers that I want to hit. I'm still losing weight. Talked about being stuck in the 222 range. I was 217 yesterday, so I'm seeing the progress, I'm seeing the results, and I can also feel the difference. You know, I can see the difference, feel the difference, understand what's going on. And it really comes down to that calorie deficit. But the idea of, I've always said that saying, oh, these foods are bad. There's no such thing as bad foods. Yeah, it might have shitty macros, but it's gonna come down to what you want and what your body needs. And you can have a successful weight loss journey eating shitty foods if you're in a calorie deficit. It's something that I don't recommend. It's not something that is gonna be easy. You're gonna be hungry more. You're gonna be irritated more. You're not gonna be satiated by eating shitty foods, fast food. Why can I go to a fucking fast food place like McDonald's, get a Big Mac fries, 10-piece nuggets, a fucking milkshake and a soda, and be hungry in 2 to 3 hours after consuming 3,000 McDonald's calories? But I eat fucking a steak with some potatoes and asparagus, maybe 600 to 800 calorie meal, and I'm satiated and full for 5 to 6 hours. It's because what's in it. It's because the nutrients level, the protein level, the processed food level of the McDonald's, all of the things matter when it comes to your diet. But at the end of the day, there are certain things people want. You know, people want that cup of coffee, people want chocolate milk, people want tea, everyone has a habit, everyone has a food that they like. And if you can't pull yourself away from that for your weight loss journey, add that in. Add that into your journey and maintain a deficit. You know, it's easy to say to be in the deficit, but it's another thing to do it. And that is why I try and make it as easy and let you know, like, you don't have to be as restrictive in the beginning. Just start. And I always say, diet is so important, but I don't even start on that aspect. Because I feel like the workout, the cardio, whatever you choose to do exercise-wise, will lead you into a healthier diet. Start with the diet. That can be great, and you can just lose weight off the diet. Calorie deficit is the way to go. But I will preach till the end of time. I think you should start working out. Start with the cardio, start with picking something. Get your body moving. You know, doing the exercise, having the cardio, it really dictates the food I'm going to eat. If I know I burned this many calories, I know I can consume X amount of calories. And it makes life so much easier when you're on your weight loss journey. If you're able to maintain your calorie deficit, maintain your workout, but it really will come down to your diet if you're gonna see changes in those numbers. So I've had literal videos talking about not having a diet that's too restrictive in the beginning. You know, later on, a year in, you can have a really restrictive diet because your body is used to that. Your body is used to the amount of calories you're giving it. So you can really supplement those desserts for fruit, vegetables, like I've done. I used to be the sweet king. Cakes, cookies, ice cream, that was my forte. And I've really got that down to the protein yogurts, the fruits, blueberries, pineapples, watermelon, grapes. If it's a fruit, I'm eating it. Vegetables, they're great alternatives. And you know what? Every now and then, I bust out the ice cream. Every now and then, I have some cookies, I have some pie. I give myself something because I know that if I don't, I'm gonna lose my mind and I'm gonna binge. And that's really what it comes down to. I said, I don't want to binge anymore. That was something I used to do when I was younger. That was something that I'd go on a diet in my teens and early 20s, and I'd be good for a couple months, and boom, binge some food, and I fell off the diet, and I'd give up, and I'd feel like shit. And that's why I talk about giving yourself treats and just fitting it in, you know? I hope you get the gist of it, and I hope you guys start your weight loss journey today. Stay positive.